want to pursue a career as a paralegal in America? According to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median salary for a paralegal in America is $59,200 per year. With a growth rate of 14.1%, there were 354,300 new jobs in 2022. Join the Paralegal Bootcamp program under the direct supervision of top American attorneys and pursue your dream career as a paralegal. Not only will we educate you on the American legal system, but we will also help you find your dream job. For course fees and other information, please visit our website at www.paralegalbootcamp.us.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this show today. Today we have a special show. Marilyn Pierre, she's an attorney at law in Maryland. She and I will jointly host this show, and also, we'll have like a question answer about paralegal work in America and our bootcamp. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask us about this bootcamp and how to work in America. We'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Marilyn.
Wonderful. Good morning. It is such a wonderful, wonderful time. It's a beautiful day, and I am really looking forward to talking with you today. I think that Raju Mahajan, I think you're just such a wonderful lawyer, and this opportunity that we're going to be talking about for other people will be great. I hope that a lot of them are able to take this opportunity and run with it. All right, so let's start. My name is Marilyn Pierre, and I am speaking with, well, you guys know who Raju Mahajan is, this renowned lawyer in Maryland. He's making strides in all corners of the country, because he has offices all over the country as well as offices in other countries as well. So we might as well say you are an international lawyer, because that's really what you are. So thank you very much for giving us this time and opportunity to get to know you better. Raju, anything you want to say for now?
No, I'm good to start. Yeah, I think people are waiting for us to learn more about how to work in American law firms from foreign country and about other things. So I'm happy to start.
Okay, great. Well, today we're here to talk about paralegals and opportunities for paralegals in the United States, even if you don't live in the United States. So first of all, let's start with, what is a paralegal?
Thank you very much. And before I answer your question, let me introduce you. Marilyn Pierre, she's a very good friend of mine. She's a veteran attorney here in Maryland, and she's also admitted to practice in Washington, D.C., New York, Pennsylvania, and multiple other states. She has been in practice for more than 30 years. Her primary practice is in juvenile law, family law, and also some other topic related to this field. So Marilyn is kind of very good friend of mine, and we are working together to help international lawyers, foreign graduated lawyers, to work in American firms. Thank you, Marilyn, for joining today. So now answering your question. So who is a paralegal and what kind of work they do in law firms? So, in pretty much everywhere in the world, when lawyers do their job, they need helping hands because they cannot do everything by themselves. If they try to do it, the cost for clients will go like so high, it would be it will not be affordable for clients. That's why pretty much anywhere in the world, when lawyers have their office, they hire other people to help them. In America, we call it paralegals. So the paralegals' job is to help lawyers. In most cases, they will fill up the form, they will write letters, they will communicate with the clients, they will sometimes they schedule meetings or not, but pretty much they will anything that lawyers need. But in most cases, they will prepare documents, they will fill up the forms, they will write. Sometimes they write the petition. Some paralegals are so smart, they do legal research too. And when you start working initially, you may not do all these things, but over the year you will learn everything. And some senior paralegals, they work almost very similarly like lawyers. The only difference is that since lawyers are licensed professional in that jurisdiction, they can sign any document, but paralegals cannot. So the short answer to the question is, who is a paralegal? Anybody who helps lawyers can be paralegal, and paralegals do pretty much same kind of work like lawyers, but they cannot make any decision. They cannot do any decision making. They cannot sign any documents. And when it comes to legal advice, when it comes to direction of the case or something, attorneys must do it, but paralegals will help them. That's, I believe, the short answer to the question.
Well, that sounds like a very fun job. Who do you think is the natural person to do that kind of a job?
I think, a lot of time, anybody who wants to be a lawyer in future, I see that in law school, a lot of kids after their undergrad, they work in law firm as a paralegal. And let's say after working 1 year or 2 year, 3 years, if they really like this job, then they go for law school and eventually become attorneys. So, and I think this is a very good thing, like, because being an attorney is a very hard work. So before you take this journey, going to law school, passing bar exam, and then practicing law, if you are not sure like whether you want to take this journey or not, you can work as a paralegal in a law firm, and then if you really like it, then you can go for law school to be an attorney. That's one group of people, they become paralegal. Also, a lot of time people down the line, let's say they're like in their late 40s, early 50s, they feel like, oh, I really like law kind of things, because law is a fascinating thing by itself, and in a lot of time they want to change their career, so they can also get trained as a paralegal and work as a paralegal in American law firm. But today we are focusing on foreign educated lawyers. So this world is a big place. There's a lot of countries in the world. There's a lot of lawyers. They're attorney. They're lawyers in their own jurisdiction. However, because America is a big market, people make a lot of money. And I'll be very honest with you, because since America is a rich country, like me, I'm an immigrant. Marilyn, you are an immigrant. We all came to America to have like a better life. Similarly, a lot of lawyers in foreign countries, either they can come to America to start, study as a LLM and other thing, and eventually become attorney, or they can work from their home. They can work from their home country in American law firms as a paralegal. Of course, they will not be able to work as an attorney because they are not licensed practitioner in this jurisdiction, but they can easily work as a paralegal. And since they already have the education, they already have the legal knowledge, it would be so easy for them to get trained as a paralegal and work in American law firm as a remote person and make more money than working as a lawyer in their home country. So I think that is a growing industry at this moment. There's a lot of foreign educated lawyers. They're working in American law firms as a paralegal.
And how would someone get the training to do that?
Thank you. That's a very good question. Nowadays, there's a lot of organization, a lot of universities, a lot of non-profit organizations, and even a lot of law firms. They're offering this unique opportunity. You can get trained through their program. Some university offer like 6 months program, some offer 3 months program, some law firm they offer like a 2 months program. So it depends on the money they are charging, whether it's online or not, whether it's like you have to like a mandatory class or not kind of things. So you can Google it. You can find a lot of training programs. You can get trained. Most of the program will give you a certificate at the end of the program as completion certificate, and then you can start looking for jobs. And nowadays, pretty much everybody is hiring through online platform like Indeed, LinkedIn, and other place. Try to find a law firm and try to send your CV. So short answer to your question, you can get trained pretty much anywhere you like. And also, we also have a platform recently we started. It's called Paralegal Bootcamp. Our website is www.paralegalbootcamp.us. You can also get trained through this program, and you can work in our law firm, and we can also help you find job in other American law firms too.
And the boot camp that we have, what does one learn?
So that's a very good question. So initially, we offered kind of like an introductory course, because a lot of foreign lawyers, foreign graduate lawyers, they do not understand very basic American jurisdictional matters. Like let's say there's a parallel, federal jurisdiction and state jurisdiction. Many countries in the world, they have like a one jurisdiction. So here in America, there's like, federal court system, state court system, and also there's like some other kind of administrative court system. So our the only course we offered so far, it was kind of like American Law 101, Introduction to American Law. And our upcoming program is also Introduction to American Law, kind of like, Paralegal Bootcamp 101. But eventually down the line, I have some plan for like a specialized programs. So let's say if you are interested about immigration law, our entire 16 classes would be designed only for immigration law. That probably will be kind of like a end of next year. But our next program is also we will give you a overall idea about American legal system, so that no matter where you are working, for immigration law firm, family law firm, business law firm, you have some basic idea about American law.
So it's an introductory course that we'll be doing soon, and that one would have a lot of the different topics that the law firms over in the United States would need a paralegal to help with, like family law, criminal law, um, trust and estates, to help people with wills and things of that sort. And then if somebody, so that's the first part. And then the second part is if somebody wants to learn more specifically, hey, I've been hired by this immigration law firm, I've been hired by this family law firm, and I need to go delve deeper into family law. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Our upcoming program will start in December 8th. And in that program, there will be 16 classes. Every class would be 1 hour long. And then after the class, there will be homework for at least like 3 to 4 hours worth of homework. Like you have to spend 3 to 4 hours to do the homework. And based on this 1 hour class and 3 to 4 hour homework for each class, we will evaluate your performance. And at the end of the program, you will know your score, you will get a certificate, you will know your class ranking. And in that program, we will help you learn about, of course, different aspects of immigration law, family law, juvenile law, criminal law, and also like will trust and estate planning, corporate law. I cannot remember everything at this moment, but yeah, you'll have like a overall idea. Exactly, you'll have like an overall idea about American legal system, like different aspects of American law.
And also, you have different people teaching the different classes.
Yes, and I can proudly say that all of our attorneys are very experienced in their own field. Like, Marilyn Pierre, she taught 3 classes last boot camp. She taught juvenile law, family law, and criminal law, and she has been in practice for 30 years. So she's very experienced. One of our another friend, Jay Horowitz, he's also practicing for a long time, and he taught business law and will and estate planning law. We have Helen Partlow, we have Timothy Chambers, we have Benjamin Hu. Benjamin Hu is a Chinese American. He was born in America, but his parents are Chinese origin, and he taught about investment-based immigration. So we have very experienced attorneys, and you as a student not only learn about American laws, you also have chance to talk to these attorneys and talk about their future, about your career goal, how to find job. So you will get opportunity to talk to these attorneys about your future planning.
And are these classes live or are they virtual?
So last time thank you. So last time it was virtual, but it was like through Zoom, like everybody must present in the certain time. So the instructor, teacher, he can see everybody at the same time, so he can interact. But a lot of our ex-students, they say sometimes they're busy, sometimes, and our students, our target audience, they live all over the world. So what is, let's say 9 a.m. here in America is probably 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. early morning in some part of the world. So for the second boot camp, or probably the third boot camp, we are thinking of, it would be definitely online live, but at the same time, it would be kind of like an online on demand, meaning, so let's say the scheduled class is at, let's say 11 a.m. Eastern time. After the class, it would be uploaded in a system. So some student who cannot afford joining this class because of some reason, and you must take a prior approval. You cannot just be lazy and not show up in the class and say, hey, sorry, I missed the class, I want the recording. No, you must take prior approval, and then you can get the recorded video, and also homework, and also participate. So it would be kind of like a hybrid, but hybrid in terms of online live and online on demand. It will never be like in person.
All right. And if someone has a question, let's say someone misses a class because of life circumstances, and that person has a question, is there a way for that person to then ask the question and get a response from the teacher?
It depends on the teacher. So initially, some teachers, they're very flexible, and some teach even in the last boot camp, some teachers, they said, yeah, you can ask me a question anytime through email. I will answer your email. I will give all the answers. Some teachers, they're really busy, they don't have time, so they will say, no, I will not allow any question after this 1 hour. If you have any question, you have to ask me within this time. So it depends on teacher, but if there's any life changing kind of circumstance, we can definitely adjust, and we can request instructor to answer those questions. But it depends on the circumstance.
All right. And you also talked about homework. So not only an hour of instructions, but also homework. And the homework seems intense. Why is that?
Because I want them to understand that legal job, legal profession is that not that easy. Of course, they already have a law degree, they know that when you work as an attorney, you are in extreme pressure in terms of deadline, extreme pressure in terms of, like, clients are always asking you questions, and that is not relevant to your the service they are taking. Also, court will give you an exact deadline. You have to submit your motion or anything within that framework. Also, sometimes they have very exact format of submitting any document. So since the entire legal profession is very structured, very well regulated, I want our students to understand that, and by this is the process of understanding that this is not a very flexible kind of thing. It's a very strict thing. That's why, like, when I give homework to anybody, I give them a very strict deadline, and everybody must submit within the deadline. If you miss, like, you're like a 1 minute late in submission, I will not accept it, because when court will give you a deadline, they will not accept after 1 minute. So you must learn about the strict nature of this profession.
Oh, very good. So now we have a student who has completed the boot camp, and what next?
So the next thing is, initially what we say in the beginning, like, if you do good in our boot camp, we will help you find a job here in America in different law firms. So last time we said top 3 will get this opportunity. I think, no, I said the top 5 will get this opportunity, and others, you can definitely get a certificate, and you can try to find job. And if any of your prospective employer ask me about the boot camp, and whether you participated or not, how was your performance, I will be happy to recommend you, but like honest recommendation, meaning that out of 16 class, you participated this many classes, you are very attentive, you are not attentive, you completed this homework, your performance was that kind of things. So it depends on the performance of the particular students. Not everybody will get opportunity to for our placement services. Some of them who do good in the boot camp will get the placement services. And also at the same time, I must tell that Marilyn and I were actively talking to different law firms whether they will hire our students. So it will only not be like education platform. It will also be like a kind of placement platform. So we will recommend you to some law firms with referral. So there will be very good chance that you will get hired by other law firms. But at the same time, nothing is 100% guaranteed, because the law firm, we are sending your resume to them, they have 100% right to either hire you or not. They're not bound to our referrals. So the short answer to your question, bottom line is, those who will perform good in the boot camp will get chance for placement services, not everybody.
Oh, good. And would someone have to come over to the United States to do this work, or how would that work?
No. So the beauty of this is 100% remote job. So let's say somebody is living in, let's say, Pakistan or like Sri Lanka or Ghana or Nigeria. They can work from their home. They can work from their home country in American law firms, because of this online nature, remote work, you can work from your home. However, if you really want to come to America, once you start working with this remote job, and try your best to perform very good, try your best to convince your boss to sponsor you. American corporations, no matter it's a law firm, it's a medical firm, it's doctor's office or any kind of corporation, they can bring foreign employees to America through H-1B, L-1, O-1, EB-2, EB-3, EB-4. There's a whole bunch of system. But the bottom line is you have to get a job who is willing to sponsor you. So the beauty of this program is after getting this training, you'll get a remote job. After you get the remote job, try your best to show the best performance, convince your employer to sponsor you. Once they sponsor you, you'll be able to come to America. So initially it's remote, but if you want to come to America, there's a path to do that.
Oh, yes. And I think there's also another path. I remember a student that I spoke to last time. Her husband was already here. And so she was coming here to join him. And the reason why she took our class is because she wanted to get a head start of what it was like to be a paralegal in this country, so that she, even though she was a lawyer in her country, she wanted to be a paralegal here until she could work to take the bar in one of the states and become a lawyer here. So that's also another way that this could be done.
Exactly. A lot of spouses, let's say husband working in American tech companies, or like a wife working in American tech companies or other kind of companies, and husband, like spouses, they have foreign law degree, but since American, they are not licensed to practice in American jurisdiction. Many of them, they work as a paralegal, and this kind of boot camp, no matter you take class in our boot camp or other boot camp, there's like a lot of online programs to learn as a paralegal. These kind of classes are really helpful to have like a basic idea, and then once you start working, you will definitely learn more about just by working. But this will give you like a foundation, a basic ground to at least know about the legal environment.
And I think one of the things that I like about learning about laws myself personally, one of the things that I like about learning about laws from other countries is because you have a comparative law study that you could do. And sometimes some laws in some countries are an improvement and some laws in another countries. And so you could see, okay, should we get rid of this one and put in this one because it's better? So it's a way of improving the whole system, basically.
Exactly, but at the same time, there's a little challenge. Challenge is sometimes some of the terms we use in America in a different way than like a lot of countries. Legal system is they follow British system because British with their colonial power and everything, they established legal system, especially in all of their colonial countries. So a lot of the terms and system is they follow like a British system. Once they come to America, they need to unlearn few things and relearn American things, which is a very interesting and at the same time little hard work. But I think it's everybody should take this challenge because anytime I'm licensed to practice in Maryland. If I go to like Texas or other states, sometimes some of the terms are very different. Like Louisiana, they have whole different civil legal system. So I think this is very fun, and everybody should take this challenge.
Yeah, and I think as a lawyer, it's quite interesting to think about the different terms and just how one word could make a difference. I remember watching the British crime thrillers, you might say, and their warnings, it's if you don't say anything, when if you stay silent when you should be saying something, they could hold that against you. Whereas in the American system, the warnings is if you don't say anything, they cannot hold that against you. And I thought that little bit of difference was so huge in terms of what someone is allowed to say if a trial were to come after that.
Yeah, at the same time, those who are watching our live show at this moment, if you have any question about, how to work in American law firms, Paralegal Bootcamp, you can ask the question in the link and our system will show in the screen. Marilyn and I will be happy to answer. Also, if you have any question, if you do not ask question now, but have question later, you can always send us an email. Our email address for this bootcamp is info@paralegalbootcamp.us. Our website is www.paralegal, PARALEGALBOOTCAMP.us. You can just Google it, you'll find, and you can ask question to us. We'll be more than happy to answer.
Yeah, what was the way that we began this show was quite interesting because it did talk about the number of paralegals that the United States had and what the median income was. And so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to fill in the gap. There's a need, and there's some people who are interested in filling that need. So we're trying to meet everyone where they are at.
Okay, we have a question. Claire Baker said, what opportunities are there for remote working legal practitioners from outside the US who want to access the remote US legal market? So there's a whole big opportunity. The question is who that person is. Let me give you an example from our law firm. We have an attorney. She lives in Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand, for some personal reason. But she's an American person, licensed to practice in the state of New York. But since she lives in Bangkok, Thailand, she cannot practice law over there. That's why she's working in our firm. But in our firm, she's an American attorney. She does everything as an attorney. So similarly, if the person who is living in a different country, different jurisdiction, if the person is a US attorney, it's one kind of opportunity. If the person is a foreign graduated lawyer, of course, they can work as a paralegal or like in other capacity. Even those who are not a foreign graduated lawyer, if you have no legal degree at all, you can still work in American law firms in some capacity, like, as a case manager or like, law firm is a corporation. They have like a HR, they have accounting, they have everything. So there is an opportunity for everybody to work as a remote practitioners, depending on your background, in different role. I advise you to take this opportunity if you are one of those persons.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And I think that they should go to the website to get more information about it. And I look forward to a bunch of people signing up for us. How many people are allowed to sign up for the class?
So in the first boot camp, we took 20 people because it was the first time. This time we're taking 30 people. So there'll be like a 30 students, but there'll be like 16 classes. So I think this time there'll be 30 students. Okay, we have a question. Mutohir Omogor Fola. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name mistakenly. I am an accountant in Nigeria. Can I benefit from this program? Of course. Number one, after taking this course, you can definitely work as an accountant in a law firm. You'll be able to tell your prospective employer that, hey, no, not only I'm an accountant, I know also a little bit about a law firm environment, so I'll be able to better serve you. At the same time, there's a lot of tax law firms. They may need an accountant for different things. So I would advise you to take this boot camp, and after completion, you can try to find a job either in an immigration law firm because you're from Nigeria, you have immigration background. At the same time, you can find a job in tax law firms, and American tax law firms, they make like a tons of money. So you'll make way more than working for an immigration law firm.
And I also think that they could also work in a firm that does estate planning and estate law, probate law. And the reason for that is because all of these law firms have to do an accounting at the end of the year for each case. And sometimes for people like me whose numbers are not what an accountant's numbers would be, it's excruciating. I remember I was doing this like accounting one year, and I was missing 2 pennies, and it took me 2 weeks. So that was 80 hours of my time to find 2 pennies. I mean, how much help would a paralegal have been? And it turned out that those 2 pennies were interest on one of the accounts that I just happened to miss because they had so many accounts. So think about that opportunity as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So the person who asked question last time, they can also try to find a job in probate and even will trust and like estate planning kind of. Also like family law, a lot of time when people get divorced, they separate their property. So a lot of time they have 401k, stock exchange account, blah blah blah. There's a lot of kind of calculations. The accountant can be very handy in pretty much very different kind of law firms. Okay, we have another question. Omar Farooq, thank you, sir. May I please know if this bootcamp is paid or for free? It's paid. I'm so sorry sorry to say that. I know because we attorneys, we have to also get paid. All the teachers, they will get paid to teach you. If it is free, they will not pay enough attention. I'm sorry to say. So yes, it is paid. However, last time we offered like the best three performer, like who will score 1, 2, and 3, we will refund their fees, and we already did. So sometimes we offer this just to encourage them, encourage the students to perform better in their classes. So Mr. Omar Farooq, if you join our course and if you do really good, you can get back your money. So in that case, it will be free. But in general, it's a paid program.
And either way, the
Yeah.
opportunity that's available, this is an investment. And I understand not everybody could come up with the money at first. So it's great that we have that opportunity. And it's also great to think of it as, oh, this is an investment in my future.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a very good investment. We have another question. Kasif Sheikh, interested, kindly share the fee schedule. So for the second bootcamp, we are charging $400 for the program. Under this program, you'll get 16 classes, 16 one-hour classes each, and 3 to 4 hour homework. At the same time, you get to talk to with one attorney for a 30-minute career advice, kind of like that's also included with that fee. So it would be $400 per student. Omoje Oni Adonu, I am a lawyer in Nigeria. Call to the Nigerian bar. What does it take to enroll and how much does it cost? Call to the Nigerian bar. What does it take to enroll? I think his question is how much it costs to be to join this paralegal bootcamp. As I said, $400 to cost, and it's a 2 months program. But since we are starting in December, there'll be like a Christmas break, so it'll be kind of 2.5 months or 3 months kind of program. And yes, I welcome you to join this program and learn about American law. Another person, Syed Wasek, can a blind lawyer work as a paralegal in US? Maylin, do you want to answer this question?
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah, because especially nowadays with technology, there are all these things that read to people. And oh yes, definitely. That's, I mean, it will become more difficult because as we know, this world is made for seeing people for the most part. But yes, definitely with technology. I know that a lot of the programs nowadays will read each and every word that's printed on the screen for people.
Exactly, and not only that, I remember when I was in law school, we had a friend, like there's a student. He was 100% blind. He could not see anything, and he was studying law. And I was kind of curious, like how he would practice law. And then I heard that like most of the disability law students with disability, after they pass the bar exam and everything, they've also practiced disability law. So this is a very good opportunity. So if somebody is a disabled, I'll not say disabled, like a special able paralegal, they can also work for disability law departments, law firms. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity with the technology and things. Another
Yeah, and we
question.
also had. Oh, sorry, I wanted to
Yeah.
say that we had somebody in my law school class who was blind, and he did really well. He did much better than a lot of the other people who were sighted.
Exactly. We have a question from Arslan Yakub. If I have a UK law degree and I am based in Pakistan, how can I enroll the bootcamp? I work full-time job in Pakistan and willing to enroll along with my full-time job. Yes, it is possible. You can enroll online. So our classes would be 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time. So I don't know what time that would be in Pakistan. I guess it would be kind of like midnight kind of thing. So it will be a little hard for you, of course. But as I said, probably we will adjust some schedule and we'll probably make sure that you can um, watch recorded classes and do the homework later. So you'll probably miss opportunity to ask live question to teachers, but it is possible, to keep a full-time job and still taking this opportunity and learn and then try to get remote job from American jurisdiction. And since you have a UK law degree, it would be way easier for you than other people.
Yeah, and I
Maylin,
also want to
yes.
point out that the class hasn't been set yet. So we're flexible in terms of if everybody or if most of the people a certain time works for them and the teachers, it's flexible. We could change it. That's one of the great things about technology.
Exactly. If anybody has any other question, please ask me. Marilyn and I, we will answer your question. If not, you can send us an email anytime. We'll be happy to answer. And our class will start in December 8th, 2 classes per week, usually every Friday and Saturday. So also Saturday, I think in Pakistan, Saturday is a holiday. If not, so one day would be probably weekend. I think it is possible. Yeah. Marilyn, before go ahead.
Oh, sorry. And we really look forward to having people. It's so interesting and exciting to talk to people all over the world and to teach them what it's like over here. And I also think that the teachers learn a lot about what it's like over in other countries as well. The world has gotten so much smaller because of technology, and we look forward to visiting you. And we hope that you get an opportunity to come and visit us.
Exactly. So, Marilyn, before we conclude our live session today, do you like to say something to our prospective students or anybody in the world?
Yeah, well, I loved being a teacher. It was really fun, and it made me know my topic even better. So that's one of the things that you learn as a teacher. You say to yourself, okay, I know this topic, but by getting the questions from the students who were so involved in the process, they had so much to say, and they were just so intelligent. And I think we're going to have the same caliber of people to take the class next time, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. We have some more exciting things. One of the things that we talked about last time was family law, and how the family law, in the state that we're in, the state of Maryland, is going to change. So we gave people the most updated information about that, and now they could take it and do whatever work that they need to do for a family law firm.
Yeah. Thank you. Exactly. I 100% agree with you. And, when we, like me as a teacher, I took 2 classes in last bootcamp, and I learned so much from them. Okay, we have another question. Abu Jafar Sadi, hello, sir. I am a corporate lawyer in Bangladesh and want to do a job in a US firm in person. What is the possibility and how will this course help? Yes, so first, this course will help you learn about American law. And then if you do perform good in the boot camp, we will help you find job. You, as I said, then you'll get the job, and then you'll convince your employer through your work to sponsor you, and then you can come to America under either H-1B, L-1, EB-2, EB-3, EB-4, and then you can get bar exam here in America, pass the bar exam, become an attorney here in America, and you can practice corporate law or any law that you like. So yes, it's a little long journey, but it is possible. And me, I'm an immigrant. Marilyn is an immigrant. We all came to America. America is a very welcoming country for immigrants. So this is the land of opportunities. So if you come to America, everything is possible. The sky is the limit. I love that part of America.
Yeah, that's true, and we look forward to you doing that. But you have to take the first step, and that's what we need for you to do. You have to take the first step to get on your journey. If you don't take the first step, you're still standing in the same spot that you were when you started. So,
yes. Thank you, Marilyn, for joining today. And Marilyn, before we conclude, do you have any closing remark?
I like I said, I really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. And I can't wait to see all the different students. I can't wait to hear the questions. And we are here. We're open. We are trying to help as many people as we can. And we hope that you look forward to this opportunity and take this opportunity and do what you can to improve your career in the future.
Yeah, thank you very much, Marilyn. Thank you, everybody who joined today. Hope to see you all in upcoming days. Have a wonderful day and happy Sunday.
Do you want to pursue a career as a paralegal in America? According to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median salary for a paralegal in America is $59,200 per year. With a growth rate of 14.1%, there were 354,300 new jobs in 2022. Join the Paralegal Bootcamp program under the direct supervision of top American attorneys and pursue your dream career as a paralegal. Not only will we educate you on the American legal system, but we will also help you find your dream job. For course fees and other information, please visit our website at www.paralegalbootcamp.us.